Module Overview, PRA. In this foundational module, you will embark on a deep exploration of the major traditional painting mediums: oil, acrylic, and watercolor. This module is not just an introductory survey, it is an immersive journey into the history, chemistry, techniques, material science, and artistic potentials of each medium. We will dissect how each medium behaves physically and chemically, the origin of its adoption in various art movements, and how its properties can either challenge or empower the artist. This module builds a strong intellectual framework, allowing artists to choose a medium not just by preference, but by purpose and creative alignment. Learning objectives. By the end of this module, you will be able to understand the historical evolution of oil, acrylic, and watercolor painting. Identify the chemical composition and functional properties of each medium. Compare and contrast the advantages and limitations of each. Recognize key styles, artists, and art movements associated with each medium. Make informed choices about which medium to use for specific artistic goals. Section 1. Historical development of the three mediums. Oil paint. Origin. Traced back to the 7th century Afghanistan. Popularized in the 15th century by Northern European painters such as Jan van Eyck. Golden Age. Renaissance and Baroque eras, e.g., Leonardo da Vinci, Rembrandt, Caravaggio. Reputation. Symbol of mastery and prestige in classical European art. Watercolor. Origin. Ancient Egypt, used in manuscripts, and Chinese brush painting. Golden Age, 18th to 19th century England, Turner, Constable. Reputation. Light, expressive, and often associated with landscape and botanical illustrations. Acrylic origin. Developed in the 20th century, 1934, by German chemist Otto Röhm, commercialized in the 1950s. Golden Age. Contemporary art movements. Pop art, abstract expressionism. Reputation. Modern, fast-drying, and versatile for mixed media work. Section 2. Chemical composition and behavior medium. Here we are going to be using binder, solvent, drying time, durability, flexibility in our table. 1. Oil linseed, walnut, poppy oil, turpentine mineral spirit slow, days to weeks, high if layered correctly, low, can crack over time. 2. Acrylic polymer emulsion, water fast, minutes to hours, very high 3. Watercolor gum Arabic water fast, seconds to minutes, moderate, light sensitive. Medium pigments. Shared among all media, but binders and additives change the application and finish. Opacity versus transparency. Oils and acrylics can be opaque or transparent. Watercolor is inherently transparent. Reactivation. Watercolor can be reactivated with water. Acrylic and oil cannot once cured. Section 4. Visual effects and artistic expression. Oil. Rich, deep colors with subtle gradation. Ideal for realism, chiaroscuro, impasto. Blending is smooth. Edges can be controlled finely. Suited for classical, portrait, and fine art compositions. Acrylic. Bright, saturated colors. Bold, flat applications possible, can mimic oil or watercolor effects depending on dilution. Fast drying allows layering but limits blending time. Great for modern, abstract, and mixed media work. Watercolor. Soft, fluid, spontaneous effects. Light to dark layering requires planning. Best for landscapes, illustrations, expressive works. Negative space and light manipulation play key roles. Section 5. Notable artists and movements using each medium. Oil painting masters: Leonardo da Vinci, Rembrandt, Vermeer, Titian, Lucian Freud. Watercolor. Pioneers: J.M.W. Turner, Winslow Homer, John Singer. Sargent acrylic innovators: Andy Warhol, David Hockney, Mark Rothko, Helen Frankenthaler. Section 6. Comparative advantages and limitations. Medium, advantages and limitations will be used in our table. First, oil superior blending, long working time, rich finish. Long drying time, fumes, requires solvents. Second, acrylic fast drying, versatile, water soluble, durable. Limited blending time, Color shift when dry 3. Watercolor portable. Expressive, transparent effects. Hard to correct mistakes, less forgiving. Section 7. Choosing the right medium for your purpose. Oil. Choose for detail. Rich, realistic, or portrait works requiring time for layering and blending. Acrylic. Ideal for mixed media, experimental, or time-sensitive pieces. Great for beginners and expressive styles. Watercolor. Choose for loose, atmospheric, and illustrative works with transparency and spontaneity. Conclusion and reflection prompt. Each medium tells a different story, not just through color and form, but through its very nature and behavior. As an artist, your relationship with a medium defines your voice. This module serves as your compass in discovering where your natural inclination lies and how you can expand beyond it through knowledge and experimentation.